after that fantastic talk of Dr. Amol Deshmukh. Few things. I'll try to make it a little simple. The topic for today's discussion is neurochemistry of happiness, but I'll cover other aspects of happiness because just discussing neurochemistry is not going to help us. And to start with, the disclaimer is first of all, this presentation is for me. Uh, there are a few questions which we have to answer. This is a kind of poll. So 3 questions will appear on your screen. So just uh, tick your answer and submit. This is the second question. And third question, what percentage of happiness is contributed by our external living conditions? 10%, 25%, 50%, 80%.
It's done, sir.
Yeah, we'll see the result later on. So the disclaimer is this is for me. I'm not an ideal person. I'm not claiming anything. This should come in our discussion. This is important part and parcel of our life. Uh, I'll show the overview first. I'll introduce the topic. Then we'll talk about neurochemicals, and then the concept of pleasure and happiness, and how to achieve this happiness. And then I'll conclude. These CMEs and webinars which are going are to impart knowledge to all of us. But I think more important than knowledge sometimes is wisdom. And this attempt is towards imparting little wisdom, which we all need very badly. Knowledge is knowing tomato is a fruit. That's a knowledge. But wisdom is knowing that not to put it into the fruit salad. And knowledge comes from learning, but wisdom comes from living with the people who have wisdom. So you cannot acquire wisdom just by reading books and surfing on the internet. You have to stay with people who have wisdom. I'll start with the story. Few college-going students went on a trip to on a sea. They hired a boat and they were sailing. They decided to make fun of the steersman. One of them asked, "Uncle, uncle, आपको physics आता है क्या?" He said, "बेटा physics तो नहीं आता." अरे आपने तो अपनी जिंदगी बर्बाद कर दी, वेस्ट कर दी, जाये कर दी। फिर दूसरे ने पूछा, केमिस्ट्री आता है आपको? कहा कि नहीं। मैथमेटिक्स आता है? कहा कि नहीं, आपने तो आपकी आधी जिंदगी बेकार हो गई। फिर लास्ट एक ने पूछा, आपको कंप्यूटर आता है? उसने कहा कि नहीं, मुझे नहीं आता बेटा। तो वो सब हंसने लगे, कहा कि अंकल आपने तो अपनी पूरी जिंदगी जाया कर दी। इट हैपेंड सो कि स्टॉर्म आया और भंवर में कश्ती अटक गई। अब उसने कहा कि माझी ने कहा कि बच्चों, अनफॉर्चुनेटली अब भंवर में हमारी कश्ती फंस रही है, तो हम सबको पानी में कूदना पड़ेगा। अब मुझे बताओ कि आप में से कितने लोगों को तैरना आता है? सारे लोगों ने अपना मुंह नीचे किया, कहा कि हमको तैरना तो नहीं आता। बच्चों, आप आधी और पूरी जिंदगी की बात कर रहे थे। मैं तो अब तैर के चला जाऊंगा, लेकिन आपने तो अपनी पूरी जिंदगी जाया कर दी, वेस्ट कर दी। So it's not, everything is not about learning physics, chemistry, and biology and laws. It is more to that, and that wisdom we should acquire in the life, which is very important for us. How to define happiness? It's a mental state of well-being characterized by positive emotions. It's a huge spectrum of emotions, ranges from contentment, coolness in the heart, to intense joy. That's a happiness. From the wisdom point of view, the people have defined खुशी और happiness as खुशी वो है जिसकी याद भी आपको खुश कर दे. Means when you come back to that incident, when you remember that incident, that just remembering that incident should bring that happiness. That is happiness, really. Why this lecture? Why this lecture is important for us? Life is very short. Everyone is behind the success. Everybody wants happiness in life. For that, we need to prioritize. For example, when we get the salary to our home, we prioritize. सबसे पहले क्या करना है, उसके बाद कैसे करना है, अगर पैसे बच गए तो क्या करना है. टाइम बहुत कम है, करना बहुत ज्यादा है, और इंटरनेट की अवेलेबिलिटी ने तो और कॉम्प्लेक्स कर दिया है कि उतना नॉलेज है कि नॉलेज का इंपॉर्टेंस ही कम हो गया है. तो वी नीड टू प्रायोरिटाइज. We have to see the concept. The whole world is talking of a concept which is YOLO. You only live once, so enjoy life. But the concept given by people with wisdom is YODO. You only die once, so better prepare for that. You have only one chance to perform. Earlier the better. This kind of things people appreciate or understand or acknowledge when they become old. If you start practicing like this from your early age, that is going to be better, and no one should miss the bus, because we don't know मौत कब आने वाली है, हमको पता नहीं है. Our concept of success is, if you have money, respect and fame, that is daulat, izzat and shohrat, you are successful, you are happy. And that is wrong, because lots of people have money, respect and fame. I remember a person coming to me and asking a pill for insomnia कि नींद नहीं आती डॉक्टर साहब, एक गोली लिखिए. जस्ट इत्तेफाक से मैंने पूछा कि आपने क्या क्या टैबलेट इस्तेमाल किए. उसने अपने बैग में से निकाला, कहा कि ये स्लीपिंग पिल है और मैं ये रोज लेता हूँ, उसके बाद भी नींद नहीं आती. तो मैंने जस्ट पूछा कि आप कितनी टैबलेट लेते हैं. I was surprised and shocked. He was taking 30 tablets every night and he could not sleep. He was a big businessman with money, name, fame, everything. And this is what happens. People commit suicide. If you see, the most successful people in this respect, izzat, shohrat or paisa, especially money, when it comes, the end is hanging, drugs and suicide. They are not getting happiness. That's why they are committing suicide and ending their lives, thinking that all the problems will. The life is very uncertain. We are sitting on a bomb and we don't know when is it going to explode. This is a poem written by a famous person, which I've translated into Marathi. धुन तुला फक्त दिसू मी आगळा, पाहिजे रूप नवनवा व फॅशन निराळा, दुनियेच्या मोहपाशात गेला तू आवळला, नाही जगतने असा मिटणारा, मृत्यूने सोडला ना किसरा ना दारा, तोच आहे सिकंदरला हरवणारा, दाबुनी इच्छांना कसा प्रत्येक निघाला, पडून राहिला सर्व ठाट व पसारा, मिळाले मातीत राजे महाराजे कसे, झाले मोठमोठाले बेचिराग कसे, मिटले नामवंतांचे नाव कसे, आणि गिळले पृथ्वीने तरुणांना कसे, खाऊनी खेळूनी राहिलास तू बालपणी, निसटली स्वप्नासारखी तुझी जवानी, थकून निस्तेज झालास तू म्हातारपणी, आणि मृत्यू संपून टाकेल तुझी कहाणी, जागा दिल लावायची दुनिया नाही रे, कर्माची भूमी आहे तमाशा नाही रे. So we have to zoom out. We have zoomed in so much that we have focused so much on the materialistic things, the necessities of life, that the bigger picture is out of sight. So we have to zoom out, come out of that first, come out of that, and then see the life in a bigger frame. We have to differentiate between the necessities of life. Roti, kapda, makan, these are the necessities of life. We are not here for this. We just follow the animal instinct and try to get the necessities of life by hook or crook, but we forget the aim of life. Coming to the second part, what are the hormones of happiness? There are four hormones essentially, which you can remember easily by the acronym DOSE. D is for dopamine, O is for oxytocin, S for serotonin, and E for endorphins. So these are the four neurochemicals which are responsible for our happiness, and they differ in various conditions. To start with dopamine, it's a goal achieving chemical. When you achieve a goal, you get a kick and you get a reward, and that helps you to perform more. And it is important for motivation to work, and you get a kind of a sense of pride when you complete a task. A lot of illicit drugs, alcohol, caffeine, chocolates, all increase the level of dopamine, so they are addictive. Even the mouse likes dopamine. This was the experiment. when there are two mice, one is with low dopamine and another is with high dopamine. The cheese balls were kept, a bigger one and a smaller one, and there was a fence kept. The mouse with low dopamine did not jump the fence and went to the small cheese ball, and one with high dopamine jumped on the fence and went to get the big ball. Dopamine is released in high amounts when you do a pleasurable activity. What happens when you do a pleasurable activity? Dopamine is released in a huge quantity, and ultimately serotonin is decreased, and you get a hollow feeling or a feeling of repentance, and ultimately it leads to depression. This is a cycle. For example, you do a pleasurable activity, dopamine is released, it is stored in the memory that this particular activity is giving you the pleasure, so dopamine wants to release again. So whenever the appropriate situation is there or circumstances are there, you perform the same activity to get the pleasure, and the cycle goes on. For example, if you post something on the social media, like sharing or writing or comment etc, and then you wait for the reaction, thumbs up, likes, comments and all. When the reaction comes, then you feel like getting rewarded, and then you tend to put the same thing on social media to get more thumbs ups and likes and rewards and comments. So this is a cycle. High dopamine foods are fish, chicken, eggs, nuts and cheese, so you should decrease the intake of this, may be used in the optimum quantity. Second is serotonin, the confidence molecule, or feel good molecule. 90% of it is in intestine and platelets. Good serotonin, what are the indicators of good serotonin level? The person will have good sleep, good mood, high self-esteem, healthy appetite and sex life, and the memory will be good, and he'll be able to perform multitasking. And what are the signs and symptoms of decreased serotonin levels? Is anxiety, panic, depression, and if it is very low, it will produce OCD kind of thing. Diet should be full of carbohydrates. Banana, yogurt are high sources of serotonin, and you can sit in the sunlight for vitamin D, which helps in production of serotonin. These are the circuits which are there. The pleasure, basically this is a dopamine, and this is a for serotonin. It has lots of receptors in the brain. Around 5 receptors are activated by dopamine, but 14 receptors are activated by serotonin, which produces ultimately happiness. So this is comparison of dopamine versus serotonin. It is triggered by the acts of short-term pleasure, and serotonin triggered by acts of long-term satisfaction. Dopamine touches only 5 brain receptors. It touches around 14 receptors. This is addictive. This is non-addictive. Always wanting more, being grateful for what you have. There's a contentment feeling. Oxytocin is a chemical of love. The bonding molecule it is called. Body releases oxytocin when you get affectionate physical touch, such as hug from your family member, from your wife, from your kids, and from your friends. Endorphins are pain masking hormones. These are secreted by pituitary glands. When you exercise, the endorphins are produced, and probably that is the thing responsible for runner's high after running a long distance. Avocados, olives, and coconuts are good sources of endorphins. Melatonin is anti-aging, or it maintains the sleep clock. When the sun sets, pineal gland in the brain starts secreting melatonin. When it is dark, the secretion is at highest at around 2 to 3 a.m. in the morning. The level is high. It helps in inducing sleep, helps combat stress, and it is a powerful antioxidant. If you use the electronic devices before sleeping, the blue light is emitted. It is like daylight, so the melatonin secretion drops, and you will not get sleep. You should use curtains, mask, and loose clothes. If the clothes are tight when you sleep, the melatonin secretion is decreased drastically. If possible, if you get cherries, so well and good before sleeping, it's a good source of melatonin. Adrenaline and noradrenaline secreted in a stressful situation, which increase the blood pressure, pulse, and cardiac output, and your reaction time is decreased. It is produced when as and when required. GABA is anti-anxiety molecule. Last year, when I went to US, I read a book by Robert Lustig.
pleasure and happiness. A lot of people equate the two. Pleasure is short-lived, happiness is long-lived. Pleasure is visceral, happiness is ethereal. Pleasure is taking, happiness is giving. Pleasure can be achieved with substances, happiness cannot be achieved with substances. Pleasure is experienced alone, happiness is experienced in social groups. The extremes of pleasure all lead to addiction. Yet there's no such thing as being addicted to too much happiness. Pleasure is dopamine and happiness is serotonin. There's one thing that downregulates serotonin, dopamine. So the more pleasure you seek, the more unhappy you get. Las Vegas, Madison Avenue, Wall Street, Silicon Valley, and Washington, D.C. have very specifically and in a coordinated fashion confused and conflated happiness with the term pleasure so that you can buy happiness. And in the process, we have become most decidedly unhappy.
Yeah. So we have to differentiate pleasure from happiness. This is the book I was referring to, The Hacking of American Mind, inside the sugar-coated plot to confuse pleasure with happiness. This table again shows the same. It's a short-lived, long-lived act of taking and giving, achieved with substances, can't get with substances, experienced in alone in social groups, addiction, and there's no limit to happiness. It is the substance responsible is dopamine. Here it is serotonin. It can be bought and it cannot be bought. Next question is, can money buy happiness? This was one of the question in the polling session. This is a study from Princeton University, 2010. Once basic necessities are covered, like your basic necessities are covered, money cannot buy happiness. After that, money does buy happiness, but only if spent on others. This was Harvard Business School study. Spend on themselves, it will produce a small spike, but spend on others, 6 to 8 weeks of happiness. Although the people in the West for decades have got richer, they have not become happier. Studies show that people are not happier today than 50 years ago, despite the fact that the income in the period is doubled. The income has increased, but the happiness has not increased. This was the interesting study. After getting the basic requirements, what they have mentioned is tended to be more income tended to be associated with reduced life satisfaction and a lower level of well-being. So after a certain level, money cannot buy happiness. Now, how to achieve this happiness? There are various studies which speak about the contributors of happiness. First is proactive life. Happy people have positive goals and positive tasks. Proactive people are 15% more satisfied with their lives. They set goals for themselves again and again. An active life, physically and mentally active one should be. Daily walks raise the level of happiness by around 12%. Giving out, doing good for the world is a source of happiness. It's a probably biggest contributor towards happiness, giving out rather than taking. Givers are 24% more happier, so live as a giving person. Those who give to others discover the beauty in this world. So charity and donation, that is what is needed and important. In this present situation also, this is of very big importance. You have to donate, you have to share to get that ultimate happiness. Rest and relaxation. Find the balance between rest and activity. Enough sleep is very important. Relaxed people think more positively and are happier. Every hour of sleep missed lowers the positivity one can experience during the day. Because of social media, our sleep is getting delayed. So that's why we are not sleeping properly. Most of the times, I think it is 90% of the people, the sleep is disturbed. So the efficiency of working the next day will be definitely less. Positive thinking is very important. Those who think positively double their chance to realize happiness. Focus on wisdom, love, peace, and inner power. TV, net, and social media. Too much of these things make you unhappy. Every hour of TV lowers the general quality of life by 5%. It just gives superficial happiness, increase materialistic desire, comparison, rat race, increase aggression, and ultimately produces some sorrow. So what should we do? We cannot avoid TV, net, and social media, but correct programs, proper feed. Feeds are very important, like the food. If you take proper food, then you will remain healthy. But if the food is faulty, it's not proper, then chances of getting sick are very high. Similarly, the net feeds are very important. Correct amount. After watching, do some spiritual exercise. Don't sleep after watching net or TV. After that, you do some exercise, yoga, meditation, or best is prayers. Foster friendship. Positive circle of friends is very important. Women who talk to others reduce their worries by 55%. As a doctor, I've learned to listen to female patients, and that helps them a lot. If the doctor listens properly, it's applicable for both male and female patients, but especially for females, their anxiety decreases, their worries decrease. Avoid remaining single and lonely. This was the longest possible study from the Harvard. Good genes are nice, but joy is better. It was carried out over 80 years and still is going on, has proved that embracing community helps us live longer and happier. Loneliness kills, it says. It is as powerful as smoking or alcoholism. When the study began, nobody cared about empathy or attachment, but the key to the healthy aging is relationships, relationships, and relationships. From the wisdom point of view, 3 things they have told. Forgive and forget. You have to forgive them. It is said that pehle mitti dalo. Mitti dalo means hide the mistake. Don't put it on social media. Hide the mistake. Second is clean it. If you put soil or mitti, लोग आके पूछेंगे कि यहाँ क्या हुआ था, तो उसको clean भी कर दो. And then give him some gift. Forgive and forget. Fulfill the rights. Even if the other person is not fulfilling your right, you have to fulfill. And amend the relations. Relations are very important. Relations, personal, professional relations, beautify relations. These are of paramount importance in producing ultimate happiness. Friendship is very important. Example of good friendship is like in the perfume shop. Even if you are not buying, you will be getting perfume, the good smell. And the bad company is like sitting besides the ironsmith. Even if you are not working, the smoke, the fire, they are going to disturb you or harm you. Facilitate joy. Those who can find little elements of joy in their lives can raise their overall happiness by 20%. छोटी छोटी खुशियों को तलाश करो, उसको enjoy करो घर में भी छोटे छोटे. Humor. Those with good sense of humor raise their positivity by 33%. Self-confidence is also important. So you have to set the goals and you have to achieve, and you should be confident about doing that, but understand the human limitations. Psychologically, it is shown that a person has in his brain an area for experiences of God. The enlightened one is happier than unenlightened. It is very important to know. I am presenting 2 scenarios. For example, you have a Merc and you have the best possible roads to explore. You are traveling at a speed of 120 kilometers per hour in Indian scenario, but you are not sure about the road. Where is it heading? Where do you want to go? Then you will be confused. You will lose that inner peace and happiness. Similarly, if you are appearing for exams, the sitting conditions, facilities are best, AC and sitting, everything is good. But when you get the paper, question paper, you don't know the answers. Then you will have that restlessness. So there are some core questions which strike to every mind. Before that, just a minute, we'll go to hello, remove this. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what are the core questions? What is life? Who is my creator? From where have I come? What am I supposed to do in this life? Do I need rules and regulations to control myself or me? Am I accountable for my deeds? When and where will be the justice? And what happens after death? These are the core questions. And these questions should cross our mind. So now we'll come to the poll. Again, it seems the connection is lost. Hello, can we put the question?
Sir, it's already there.
Okay.
On poll.
Okay. Right. So if you know the questions, the life is different. Life is different. For example, if you are sitting in the old Maruti 800 and the speed is very less, 30-40 kilometers per hour, but you are very sure about the road where it is heading, you are sure about the destination, then you are content, happy, and that inner joy and tranquility is there. You have the worst examination conditions, but if you know the answer, then you are happy from inside. What are the contributors of happiness? One is genetic determination. You can't do much about this. 50% of it comes from your genes. External living conditions, they contribute only 8 to 10% of happiness. This is very surprising. It was surprising for me also. Your external conditions, which you are after, your life throughout the day, you are working for that to improve your standard and accumulate the wealth to get the better living conditions. It contributes only to 10% of happiness, and the personal influence is responsible for 40% of this. How to get this? Prayers, definitely it helps. You have to differentiate between the creator and the creation, and you have to bow down to the creator who has made me, and absolutely risk free. It is risk free. I am bowing down, I am worshipping to the creator, whatever it may be, but I am bowing down to my creator. Breathing exercises, as Dr. Amol also said, they help. Meditation, begin with 5 minutes and increase gradually to around 20 minutes. Adequate sleep, again, is very important. If you sleep properly, then you are more efficient. Your thought process is clear. And most of the people who have wisdom, they advise get up early. If you see the habits of highly successful people, one of them is to get up early in the morning. That time, I think a lot of wisdom comes because your mind is very fresh. Cleanliness of soul is more necessary than the cleanliness of body, it is said. This is most important thing. You should be clean from inside. You should always speak the truth. No anger should be there, even if you are capable, you have the authority, you have the power, but then still you forget. It gives immense happiness from inside. No flirting. If you flirt, then there are so many complications. You have to lie and lie, and you are under tension, stress. Then you cannot hand over your mobile to your wife to see the messages. If somebody is touching your mobile, you are so anxious, you keep so many lock codes and whatnot. Ethics, honesty, integrity, these are all important things. That's why one wise person has said in Persian language, Nihango ajdaho shero nar ko mara to kya mara. Nihang means big crocodile, ajdaha matlab means anaconda, and shero nar means lion. If you have killed a big crocodile or snake or lion, it's not a big thing. Nihango ajdaho shero nar ko mara to kya mara. Bade muzi ko mara gar nafse ammara ko mara. If you have killed your ego, that is the biggest achievement, he says. That pure and clean heart is very important, because ultimately your faith is your driver. When you have pure and clean heart, your actions are controlled by that. And then if the actions are controlled, you get happiness and that bliss. Then staring at people doesn't give that joy. Lowering your gaze will give you joy. भूखा रहने में जितना मजा आता है, खाने में मजा नहीं आता. देने में जितना मजा आता है, लेने में नहीं मजा आता. जागकर उसके सामने गिड़गिड़ाने में, मांगने में, पूरी दुनिया के लिए मांगने में जितना मजा आता है, सोने में उतना मजा नहीं आता. So that pure and clean heart is the biggest source of joy and happiness. Of course, family ties are very important. Spending quality time. I'm again ascertaining the quality time is important. We say, okay, I'm there yes, I'm there. No, you have to spend quality time means full attention to wife or to kids. Quality time. Prevention from depression is to remain happy is you have to count your blessings. This life was never meant to be perfect, so don't try to become perfectionist. Circumstances are temporary. Take them as challenge. Like you take the challenge. Like Ramzan is going on now. वैसे ही भूखा रहना तो बहुत इम्पॉसिबल है, इंसान रह नहीं सकता. लेकिन when you take it as challenge कि मेरा रोजा है, so then it becomes very easy. The students take exam as challenge, and it's very easy for them to appear for that. Don't have expectations from people. That is very important. And we talk about 50% half and 50% full glass. But I think the fact is that our glass is almost full. We have so many bounties and blessings which are given by the Almighty. So gratitude is very important. Be grateful for the blessing. Look at those below you. For example, this study shows 1 billion, more than 1 billion people earn less than $1 per day, and 2.6 billion earn less than $2 per day. Stop complaining and cribbing. Always complaining. People have complaining nature. वो एक आदमी को मिला तो बोले पानी पीने को नहीं मिलता है, फिर थोड़े दिन के बाद मिलता है पीने को तो मिलता है लेकिन नहाने को नहीं मिलता है, फिर थोड़े दिन के बाद मिला है तो बोलता है नहाने को भी मिलता है लेकिन गर्म नहीं मिलता है, फिर बोला गर्म तो मिलता है लेकिन शावर से नहीं मिलता है, फिर थोड़े दिन के बाद मिलता है तो बोले शावर से भी मिल रहा है, गर्म भी लिख रहा है लेकिन प्रेशर से नहीं मिल रहा है. So these will not end. So stop complaining and cribbing and be content. Count your blessings. Keep a journal. Write it in that. How many blessings you have got. A person, एक आदमी चल रहा था, गर्म धूप थी जैसे इस वक्त है, पैर जल रहे थे, पैर में चप्पल पहनने के लिए नहीं थी और रो रहा है, चल रहा है और रो रहा है, चलते 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 उसका रोना एकदम रुक गया जब उसने देखा कि एक आदमी सामने से आ रहा था जिसके दोनों पैर ही नहीं थे. तो देन ही रियलाइज किया, अरे मेरे पास तो पैर भी हैं. इसलिए किसी ने, एक विजडम वाले आदमी ने कहा कि खुश नसीब है वो जो अपने नसीब पर खुश हो. खुश नसीब है वो जो अपने नसीब पर खुश हो. बेसिकली कंटेंटमेंट. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि यू शुड नॉट स्ट्राइव, यू शुड नॉट वर्क हार्ड. यू शुड वर्क हार्ड, बट आफ्टर यू हैव अ लिमिटेशन. आफ्टर दैट you should not do, you should not cross those limits. No soul is burdened with more than what it can bear. You cannot change the weather, but certainly we can prepare to face that weather. With hardship comes ease. ये वक्त भी गुजर जाएगा. It's very important to understand. Do the best you can and leave the rest to him. Accept the decline, because everybody, like I am a doctor, I'm not going to remain at the peak of my career. It is going to decline. Health is going to decline. You are going to age and become old. So accept that gracefully to remain happy and content. Take your spiritual break is very important. Don't work like 24/7, 365 days. No, take the breaks, and that should be spiritual breaks. Sharing is caring. Revisiting is pleasant. Should be pleasant, and giving the unexpected joy. If the person is not expecting and you give him a joy, that will give huge happiness to him. For example, if you are your doctor, you just waive off the fees, OPD fees, and he's not expecting that. That gives tremendous happiness and joy. I'm trying to conclude the talk. A person died in a village, and they were very sure that he has died. But few people said, let the doctor come and let him declare. The doctor came with the stethoscope and examined him. People asked, what has happened? He said, everything is fine. The eyes are fine, the mouth, the ear, the hand, the legs, everything. फिर डॉक्टर साहब क्या हुआ है उसको? बोले कुछ नहीं हुआ, सिर्फ उसकी जान निकल गई है. Similar is the situation of ours. Everything is okay from the conception to the last CPR. We know, we have knowledge, but we don't know what's the aim of life. हमको यहाँ क्या करना है, कहाँ से आए हैं, कहाँ जाना है, ये चीज नहीं है. तो हमारे ऐसे ही है कि everything, every organ is there, only जान ही उसके अंदर नहीं है. The soul is not. End your day on a good note. It's very important. When you go to sleep, end it on a good note. Try to remember the events. Try to forgive everybody. Let the heart be pure and content, and then go to sleep. Similarly, let your life end gracefully on a good note, and it will end on a good note if you do what? If you develop a good relation with the Creator and creation. You take from the Creator and share it with the creation, and this beautiful relation will end your life very gracefully. What are the take-home messages? Life is a short. Prioritize. Understand pleasure versus happiness. Be active physically and mentally. Be grateful and content. Stop cribbing. Giving is the huge source of happiness. External living conditions play minor role. Purification of heart is very important. Proper sleep and diet are important. Good family and social life is important. Positive attitude is of importance. Think, ponder over, and try to get answers to the key questions of life. rise above the animal instincts. खाना पीना और अपनी जरूरतों को पूरा करना ये लाइफ नहीं है. And have a higher aim in life. To conclude, the biggest source of happiness is, one is gratefulness, second is giving and sharing, third purification of heart, and beautifying the relation with the creator and the creation. To end with, I'll recite my Marathi poem, which is Jivan Mantra. सकाळ काही काही संध्या, सकाळ काही काही संध्या जमिनीवर फिरावे, जाऊनी जमिनीखाली मग पडूनी राहावे. 4 दिवसांच्या दुनियेसाठी काय काय तरी करावे, आनंदाने खूप हसावे की दुःखाने खूप रडावे. करायचं काय येथे ते लवकर तरी कळावे, राहायचं येथे कोणाला प्रवाशासारखे मग जगावे. छोट्या छोट्या गोष्टींसाठी अस्वस्थ तरी का व्हावे, कबरीला लागते जागा किती आणि बंगले तरी मग कसे बांधावे. झाले बंद सारे द्वार कधीपर्यंत तरी भटकावे, नाही चैन मनाला कुठे कुठे तरी शोधावे. घालवेला वेळ सर्व जगावरी, निर्मात्याला मग कधी ओळखावे. ऐकत नाही कोणीच कोणाचं, त्याच्या समोरच आता झुकावे. सोडून अहंकार मागे प्रेमाने सर्वांशी वागावे, न ऐकता ह्यांचं त्यांचं निर्मात्यालाच खुश करावे. भीता दुनियेच्या कॅमेऱ्याला, त्याच्या कॅमेऱ्याला मग कसे विसरावे. पैसानी प्राण नाही आपला, लावून त्याच्यावरच मग टाकावे. जोडून स्वतःला निर्मात्याशी मनात आनंदाचे झरे फुटावे. रडावे मरणोपरी सर्वांनी जीवन ऐसे जगून जावे. करावे तसे भरावे, नाहीतर मग करूनी पाहावे. स्वर्ग नि नरक नक्कीच आहे, नाहीतर मग मरूनी पाहावे. मरायचे तर मरावे पण कीर्तिरूपी उरावे, मरायचे तर मरावे पण कीर्तिरूपी उरावे. थँक्यू.
It was completely a mesmerizing speech, sir. It was completely a fusion of science, philosophy, and spirituality as well. Really, sir, we got a very novel perspective to look towards the life and as emotions and everything. For the attendees, the chat box is open for the questions. If you have any questions or queries, you can go for the questions. Now I request our both speakers, Dr. Amol Deshmukh and Dr. Abdul Majid, to have a panel discussion so we can conclude with a closing remark. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, Dr. Amol. Is Dr. Amal there? By the time, can we have the result of the poll?
Yes. Sir, sure. Yes. So, sir, our first question was, can money buy happiness? So the result is 91% people feel no and 9% of people feel yes.
That's very nice, very nice. Right.
Yeah, actually. Our second question was, has the advent of technologies made our lives happier? So 58% people says yes and 42% people says no.
No. Okay. Right. Third.
First of all, thank you, sir, for the enlightening talk.
Yes, sir. The third question was, the third question for the poll was, what percentage of happiness is contributed by our external living conditions? So it's a mixed answer, actually, sir.
Right.
About 10%, 14% people says that it is 10%. 29% people says that it is 25%, 48% of people say that it's 50%, and rest 10% people say that it is 80%. So it's quite mixed, but it's truly great.
Yeah, that's why I said I was surprised to see that study that external living conditions contribute to 8 to 10% of happiness. That was surprising for me also. Right?
Yeah.
And the last.
Great. Last question, the core values which was told by you. So core questions. Have this core question crossed your mind? So 87% say people says yes and 13% people says no. So that is also very surprising, actually.
It's not surprising because it's a inner demand. That the studies have shown that there is a portion in the brain, and some philosophers say there is a place in the heart which is not filled unless these questions are answered. So unless you have those questions, you cannot get that content feeling and the feeling of tranquility. So you crave for these questions. These are naturally. So I'm not surprised. I'm happy that people think over that, and that is very important, right?
Yeah.
Dr. Abdul, what about your poll?
I think it was not possible because of initial technical error.
Right. So is
Okay,
there
so
any
sir,
question?
can we?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. There are some questions. So I'll start with first question. What is the best way to increase immunity to protect ourselves from COVID-19, especially for a diabetic person? Any comments, sir?
Actually, I'm a neurologist and is a psychiatrist.
Yeah,
This question was good for last Saturday's session.
yeah,
Uh,
actually.
but still, I think if you have diabetes, you have to take your doses properly to avoid both hyperglycemia and hypoglycemias. Both the extremes of sugars should not be there, which can be. Being a diabetic, your immunity is definitely compromised. So chances of acquiring any infection is very high. So you have to protect yourself from acquiring any kind of infection. Right.
Yes. So the next question is, sir, what must be the mentality behind spitting on police and hitting the medical staff?
Yeah, Dr. Amol.
Yes. Um, First of all, I want to clarify that most of the people are following the rules implemented by the authority, and most of the people are respecting doctors. We are talking about 1 or 2% people who are doing this sort of behavior, right? Where comes this behavior arises? One is generalization. Many people have 1 or 2 experiences in their life, and they generalize the thing to all of the people. So one bad experience with someone applies to all the doctors. So here it starts with the misbelief in the mind. Okay. Second is mistrust with the treatment protocols, what doctors is caring, his strategies and all these things. Third is the non-acceptance of situation. If there is any loss with the life situation where these things can happen, non-acceptance of the situation is very important to have that unhealthy emotions, and that unhealthy emotions will create an unhealthy behavior. So these things are happening. And fourth, the most important thing are the faulty beliefs of labeling. First is decrease frustration tolerance, that is decreased resilience in the overall people. And second is the labeling, that is labeling to self, म्हणजे माझ्यासोबत असं कसं काय झालं. अँड सेकंड इज लेबलिंग टू अदर्स, की समोरच्याने गुन्हा केला. मग जर समोरच्याने गुन्हा केला, इफ ही हॅज डन अ क्राईम, देन म्हणजे मला अडवून रस्त्यावर पोलिसांनी मला अडवलं, हा तसा गुन्हा आहे पोलिसाचा. इफ इट इज बिलीव्ह, देन आय विल ट्राय टू बी इन द कोर्ट ऑफ माय माइंड टू हँडल दॅट, की माझ्यासोबत गुन्हा केला तर मी गुन्हेगाराला शिक्षा देणार, अँड दॅट शिक्षा विल बी बाय हिटिंग. So that is not the proper way of handling the situation. I think that's why I talked in my initial presentation ki emotional literacy is very important, and for preventing it we should start a separate subject on emotional literacy in the schools, so that people were able to handle their emotional crisis situations.
Exactly. A very good and nice thought, sir. Next question is, give some examples of non-gadget activities.
Yeah. First, we need to understand that as we are adult and we have lockdown since 2 months, it's sometimes we are also losing our patience in the home, and it's obvious that children are also having same issues. So we can't neglect that. But as I talked about non-gadget activity, definitely we can do lots of activities like exercise at home. We can do paintings. We can do helping with the mother or grandmother in the kitchen. Take their help in the doing recipes. Cleaning home is also a recreative activity children can learn during this time. Like other academic activities, they can do 1 or 2 hours in a day, even if it is lockdown. Talking to their friends, as they are also isolated from their social peer groups. We need to allow them to talk to their friends for some time from in a day. Also, encourage them to talk at least one relative in a day by themselves. Okay, this will increase their socialization. And also remind yourself that before the era of internet and social media, how you are enjoying with the indoor games, right? So remind those games and play with your children, right? These are all
Right.
non-gadget activities you can do with your children.
Sure, sir. Sure. Next question, sir. Is serotonin reuptake possible using the medications? I think it can be answered by both of you.
Yeah, of course, there are drugs which, and it is very frequently used by both by neurologists and as well as psychiatrists. And there are drugs, but prevention is better than cure. So once if you reach that situation where intervention by a psychiatrist is important, that is important. There is no question about that. It's a medical disease which needs attention, diagnosing, and treatment. If you don't do it and just take the help of these other things, after a certain level, medications are important, and there are medications available. All SSRIs are from that group.
Right.
Yes, sir. One more question, sir. Patients hiding the symptoms of COVID-19, what should we do?
They are hiding because of most of the time because of the fear.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think awareness is the most important strategies that is actually all the healthcare workers and government is doing. We need to do more frequently and to the depth of the community, so that they will not hide, and they also should come openly when talk with the people that people are there to help them.
One more question, sir. Does believing in HODs reduce stress and give happiness?
I suppose it is God rather than HOD. HODs produce tension, head of departments. But God reduces. See, there is an answer to this. Science is ever changing. I mean, we can have study, and this is basically you can experience that rather than quoting studies and science. You can experience. Once you believe in that, you get that tranquility and contentment in the heart. Second, one more important thing is if you take two groups. One is believing in God and living their life with certain rules and regulations, and one is without, because everybody wants to be free. Restrictions are not liked by anybody. So both of them will die. But what will that person lose if he believes in God and follows certain rules and regulations? There is nothing to lose. But if you don't believe and if you have a life after death, then you are at a very, very big problem. So definitely it helps because there is something with whom you can talk, you can speak to, and when you go inside deep and deep, you will realize that you experience the need for that. Right.
Yes, sir, completely. So these were the questions, sir. I think we should end up the speech. So it was completely a delightful presentation and session wherein we gained a very different way to deal with our problems and day-to-day things, whatever we are going through nowadays. Through this presentation, surely, sir, we can find a calm touch for our mind and soul and be ready for the better tomorrow. And this is what we can hope for a better tomorrow, I think. And to the conclusion, the last program, that is vote of thanks. I thank Dr. Majid sir and Dr. Amol Deshmukh sir for their wonderful presentation and giving us the valuable time in this whole situation. And also I thank all the attendees from various part of India who are attending our program, and I thank all the backstage people for making this session a wonderful session. Have a great day, sir. Thanks a lot for being with us, sir. Have a great day.
Thanks to you and audience also.
Yeah.